and the Common Sun Mouse Knockout Project, COMP2. Melky Kapasi. Melky graduated in May from Davidson College with a major in biology. Her research experience involved a study on novel cis-regulatory elements found in the CD4 locus in mouse. Melky provides support for the Cancer Genome Atlas, or TCGA project, CSER, and the Genomic Medicine Working Group of Council. And Sam Moore. Sam earned an undergraduate degree from the University of Rochester, where he majored in molecular genetics. Sam's undergraduate research work included a study to define the gene expression profile for primary refractory acute myeloid leukemia. Sam works on the ENCODE project, the Genomics of Gene Regulation, or GGR project, and Big Data to Knowledge. So I think that's everyone. I hope you enjoyed that little walk down acronym lane here at NHGRI. It's probably good for me to actually spell out what all those projects are. But I want to take just a moment to acknowledge the fact that program analysts are very important to the many large research projects that NHGRI oversees and coordinates. We're very much dependent on their efforts. They're very often engaged in interesting and challenging work, but they also spend an awful lot of time just doing work. And it should be publicly acknowledged how important they are for the successful management of our programs here. Okay, minutes from the May Council meeting. Does anyone have any comments or suggested changes to the minutes? If not, can I have a motion to accept the May Council minutes? And a second? All in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? You're opposed, Jeff? You're abstaining. Thank you. I was really curious to hear what you didn't like about the minutes. On the open session agenda, let me please draw your attention to the next 6 council meetings, the dates for the council meetings. Please apprise your administrative assistants of these dates. Make sure they get on your calendar. If you discover a schedule conflict, please let me know, and more importantly, contact Comfort Brown and let her know. And with that, I'm going to turn this over to Eric for the director's report.
Thank you, Rudy. Let me reiterate the fact that we do have these open sessions webcast live, and that includes my director's report. And all of these videotapes that we're making of the open session and all those recordings and associated documents are made part of our permanent Institute's record through our website, genome.gov, for the purposes of people being able to access them not only in real time but also after the fact and for many years to come. Now, for those of you who are new to council meetings, I want to make you aware of an electronic resource that we established for each of my director's reports, analogous to a supplemental materials of a published paper. You can access this at the URL shown on this slide. And the slides that I'm going to show during my director's report are also downloadable either as the original PowerPoint file or also as a PDF. When there are associated documents relevant to a particular slide or a topic, though on that slide will be an indication of a document number in the bottom right-hand corner that you can then access through the URL that's shown. In addition to the video of the open session, this particular website and all of its linked documents and websites will go into the archive on genome.gov as sort of a historic record of my director's report. Now, there will be several other presentations during the open session. My director's report will be tailored around these presentations, so I'm not going to discuss in great detail topics that others are going to cover. Immediately following my director's report, Gary Gibbons, Director of the National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute, will give a presentation entitled Seizing Unprecedented Opportunities, NHLBI Transomics in Precision Medicine, also known as TOPMed. Following that, Adam Felsenfeld from NHGRI will give a presentation on opportunities for synergy between NHGRI Genome Sequencing Program and the TOPMed program that Gary Gibbons is going to discuss. And then after lunch, we're going to hear 2 reports. One is going to be from the Genomic Medicine Working Group of this council. That will be given by NHGRI's Terry Manolio. And then one will be about the recent Genomic Medicine 9 meeting, and that will be presented by Councilmember Carol Holt. Next, we will hear from Eric Dishman, the recently arrived director of the Precision Medicine Initiative Cohort Program, and he will talk about the U.S. Precision Medicine Initiative. And then the last component of the open session will be a special presentation given by NHGRI's Jeff Schwartz. His talk is entitled 23 Pairs Plus 1 Lessons Learned, and I expect he will explain the title when he has the opportunity to give the talk near the end of the open session. So with that as a general outline of the open session, let me now go through each of these 7 areas to cover the topics that I wanted to cover as part of my director's report, starting with at least one general NHGRI update. Now, as I think I previously mentioned, NHGRI is partnering with the National Institute on Minority Health and Health Disparities, also the National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute, also the National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Diseases, and finally the Office of Minority Health at the Food and Drug Administration, to hold a